Big data migration is converting data from the traditional database to the cloud database. The concept of big data is a recent one. Big data works with cloud computing. An existing business has emerging opportunities. As a result, there is a scope of emerging data. But the traditional database is not capable to handle with a large volume of data. Moreover, it is not possible to work from various places with an existing traditional database. On the other hand, if the disaster arises, there needs a backup. Because of all the issues, the concept of big data becomes so crucial. Moreover, it requires standard redundant storage to store all valuable big data. Since then, the concept of big data migration in cloud computing becomes popular. What we'll cover. What is big data? The big data migration. Think data migration as an IT-only project. Cloud computing and big data. Some platform for big data migration. Challenges to big data migration. And some end words. What is big data? Big data means a large volume of data. It can be structured and unstructured based on the requirement. The volume of data increases from day-to-day working basis. Generally, the term big data is a phrase. It deals with the large volume of data. The data is complex and difficult to handle on the traditional database. Since cloud computing comes forward to migrate the data. In the real scenario, the data of most enterprise data is too big to process on the existing database. As a result, they need to use the cloud database. According to some data experts, these data sets are so voluminous that without special software it is difficult to handle. Big data includes search, sharing, transfer, visualization, querying, updating, capturing, data storage, data analysis, information privacy, and data source. The big data migration. The big data migration. Big data migration means converting the existing big volume of data to any other relevant and secured storage. The concept of big data migration is transferring data to the cloud database. Cloud uses several algorithms to transfer data to the cloud. Moreover, converting big data involves extract, transform, load, ETL, process. The challenge rate is higher to migrate big data. Now we will discuss the ways to handle common mistakes of big data migration. 1. Ignoring data governance. The process of converting big data is quite difficult. It may be overwhelming because the organization spends maximum time and effort. Because of it, business misses out more critical aspects. On the other hand, the ownership of data is a vital question. The data governance policy has to review. 2. Not cleansing data. Cleansing data means to move out of the garbage of data. It is a new system. There are many garbages inside the data because of day-to-day operations. If the garbage data is stored in the cloud database, it will incur extra cost. 3. Loads are not tested. Since the concept of big data migration is new, so there may be a lot of mistakes. For this reason, we recommend testing the load before migration. You can go step by step. IT team of your organization is responsible to migrate the data. 4. Not to leave it to expert. Big data migration is not like your traditional database. The cloud storage is not like your in-house storage. So give the responsibilities to cloud service providers. Your employee may vanish all of your data and money. So contract with a good cloud service provider. 5. Think data migration is an IT-only project. The IT team may be responsible to migrate data, but the ultimate owner is the business user. It is important to understand the requirement of the business. Compare the price of a different cloud storage provider and take the final decision. Cloud computing and big data. Cloud computing is the redundant storage of data in different locations. The purpose of cloud computing is anywhere and anytime availability of data. The big data is interrelated with cloud computing. Without cloud computing, big data is incomplete. The business leaders search for the best big data cloud service solution provider to migrate big data, because it is meaningless to handle the data without a redundant and real-time server. Some platform for big data migration. There is a lot of platforms to migrate big data to the cloud. They are widely known as a cloud service provider. Some big data migration platform is 1. Google Cloud. Google Cloud. The Google Cloud offers access to data storage, analysis, and processing of data. It is a cost-effective solution for the business. When the volume of data increases, then Google offers to increase the storage capacity. They extend their hands to avoid complex on-premise traditional databases. Google Cloud has a pay-as-you-go manner. 2. Xenon Stack. They provide big data migration services. They are data migration consultant. They assess the big data and suggest a solution for their client. Xenon Stack also provides big data migration infrastructure to optimize data at a higher level. Big data integration solutions, data lake and data warehouse, and big data governance and management are their popular service. 3. Auriga. Auriga is elite software R&D services since 1990. They provide business intelligence, big data, and smart analytics software. Auriga follows fact-based management and data-driven decision-making. They support healthcare specialists to find appropriate and actionable insights from loads of patient data. In this way, they avoid preventable diseases. Challenges to big data migration. Big data is the handle of the terabyte of data. So challenges are common to migrate the data. It is difficult to deal with such a volume of data. So some major challenges of big data migration are: 1. Internet speed. The internet is a must for big volume data migration. High-speed internet will give you extra advantages. A dedicated speed needs to get an appropriate benefit. Otherwise, it will be meaningless. 2. Security. Security is a major concern for the organization. So the cloud service provider caters several options. Cloud antivirus is one of them. Some cloud service provider offers different service models. The other threats are ransomware, cloud abuse, phishing attacks, and denial of service attacks. 3. Backdated people. Backdated employer owners may not understand the importance of big data migration. Big data is the asset of a company. If the organization does not go for big volume data, it may hamper. To convince the uneducated owner is another challenge. 4. Pricing. Most of the cloud service providers charge quite high charges. After the cost-benefit analysis, big data migration may not cost-effective for the organization. So it is recommended for the feasibility study of the actual requirement. 5. Contract. Agreement with the vendor is another vital issue. The user got trapped under a service level agreement. It is difficult to follow different terms and conditions. On the other hand, shifting vendor is almost impossible. Final thought of big data. So big data is big. A company should not handle the risk of big data. In this case, you must know what you are doing and how to revert if anything goes wrong. I hope this tutorial will help you to understand what is big data and what to consider while going for its migration into the cloud computing system.